welcome back to my channel. So, I'm sick. I can barely breathe in this costume right now. And it's a little tight, but my mom was so sweet to help me make this costume for this video. So, this is the nun, Valak. How do we say her name? I'm not totally sure. I saw the nun a couple weeks ago and I loved it, and she originally wasn't in my lineup of characters, but I was just like totally obsessed with her, and so I was like, alright. So I nixed one and put her on, and I'm so glad I did because I love how this turned out. So for this look, I did not use a nose prosthetic. I just kind of like contoured because her nose is a little crooked and my nose is long enough already that I didn't feel like I needed a nose thing. Also, I did not do teeth. There are plenty of videos on YouTube to teach you how to do the teeth. I did not feel like messing with that, and I can't wear contacts. So I'm going to Photoshop those in. So this is basically the basis of the look, and there are little things that you can add to it to make it creepier. You can add fake blood, all that stuff. If you are new to my channel, I am doing a week of Halloween makeup looks. I also have some from previous years that are on my channel, so check those out. And be sure to come back and see what I do this year. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys. Okay, so we are going to lay down our brows. So I'm using my Elmer's glue stick and really working this into my brows, going all different directions to make sure the individual hairs are coated. Then I'm going to take a little spoolie brush and just brush everything up in the direction in which they grow. I do a little bit more of a layer after I get the hairs brushed out, and I just do a couple layers of this all around to make sure they're nice and even and flat on my face and make sure everything's dry. Taking my NYX translucent powder, I'm just going to set those in place, and you want to make sure it's totally dry, not purple like I did here, but totally dry. So using my Tarte Shape Tape, I am going and blocking out my eyebrows. Also, I did a couple layers of this as well because I have dark brows and I want them to be super covered up. And so I put a little bit of that NYX translucent powder on in between layers so that I can get optimum opaqueness. Going in with my Mehron paint palette, I'm using the white and treating it like a foundation with a fluffy brush. I'm just buffing this into the skin. Take your time with this. It is a little sheer at times, so I do kind of like pat it here and there and then buff it in some more. Just take your time and just build it up till it's perfect. I am really making sure to pack that color in over top of the concealer since it is a white shade over a cream shade. You don't want it to look too muddy, so using the sponge to help kind of press that in really did help a lot. And then set everything with your translucent powder. Now taking a pencil liner, I am just doing inside of the water lines and making sure that those are nice and blacked out and that all of the skin tone is blacked out. Then using my black base from NYX, I am applying this to my eyelid to give a nice base before we go in with eyeshadow. Now taking a matte black and a fluffy brush, I am going over top of the black base, and this doesn't have to be perfect because if you look at reference photos, her makeup is just very grungy and just kind of all over the place. So don't worry about perfecting this part, just really make sure that you buff out all the harsh edges, but then, you know, just kind of have fun with it and, you know. Also go underneath your eye and on the inside of the corners of your eye. Just make sure everything's blacked out. And then she has like a little bit that kind of comes down to create like a bag look under her eyes. So again, just use a reference photo and have fun with it.
So because I didn't want to use a nose prosthetic, I am using a flat angled brush and some black eyeshadow and, again, a reference photo. And I am just kind of creating these little lines because her nose is a little crooked, I guess, if you will. So I'm just kind of using a fluffy brush to blend out each of those lines, but just, looking at a photo to kind of figure out exactly where those lines are going. To add a little more depth to the face, I am outlining my nostrils and then just kind of buffing that in. Kind of adds a little bit more of that grungy, dirty kind of look that we were talking about. Here I am just contouring my nose, if you will, and just really buffing that into my nose. From here on out, I'm only going to be using black shadow, so I'm not going to repeat myself a million times, but it is black shadow. I went back in with that clown white because I felt like I needed a little bit of highlight on her nose. It was just getting a little lost, so that is what I'm doing here. I'm also trying to touch up on the sides where I wanted to lift up, but I mean, she is very grungy, so it kind of worked either way. Now taking that black shadow, I am doing a contour. You just want to have some hollow, sunken cheeks. Taking your favorite black lipstick, this one is from Kat Von D, Slayer. I am just putting this on my lips, and then I'm going to go in with the shadow again and just smudge it out. So taking a black water activated paint, I am now mapping out her veins. I don't know, whatever we want to call these, I'm mapping these out. I started out with a little too much paint, so right here I kind of go back and add a little more water to my brush just to shear it out a little bit. So if you are doing this, just make sure you have plenty of water on your brush and just a tiny bit of paint because you kind of want it to look like it's under the quote-unquote skin. And this is the final look. Again, shout out to my mom for making this outfit for me. It really saved my life. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, a like, and subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.